three facts are fascinating, and knowing them makes riding a 600cc sport bike even more appealing. You may already know a lot about 600cc sport bikes, like that they're developed for the track in the first place, that they usually have a 4-stroke 4-cylinder engine, and so on. But here's some more specific knowledge. Let's get started. They have twice the specific power than most other motorcycles. If some of you say, displacement is everything, I have to disappoint you, that's not true. But what is specific power? It is the power in kilowatt per engine displacement volume in liter. And for making this clear, let's look at some examples. For making things more comparable, let's stay within the range of bikes of only one manufacturer. I don't have any preferences here, but I've chosen Honda mainly because they introduced a new 600cc sport bike and most other manufacturers don't develop 600cc sport bikes at the moment, but prefer motorcycles with a slightly higher engine displacement. Here's the Honda CBR 600RR. So this one has 600cc, which is the same as 0.6 liters of displacement volume and sweet 89 kilowatt. By dividing 89 by 0.6, we get a specific power of 148 kilowatt per liters, which is not too few. So let's compare this to some other Honda motorcycles. For example, the Honda NT1100, which is a touring bike. This one has 1084 cc and 75 kilowatt. This makes a specific power of 69 kilowatt per liter. You see, that's not even half of the CBR 600RR. But please don't be biased. I love sport bikes, but those touring motorcycles definitely have their advantages as well. Let's move on to the Honda NX500, which is an adventure bike. It has 471cc and 35 kilowatt, which makes a specific power of 74 kilowatt per liter. That's actually half of the 600cc sport bike, so the difference is getting clear. Let's compare this to the CB750 Hornet, which is the street bike, since street bikes or naked bikes usually try to combine all good aspects from all worlds. So we'll see if it comes any closer to the specific power of a sport bike. This one has 755cc and 67.5 kilowatt, which makes a specific power of 89 kilowatt per liter. That's higher than the touring and the adventure bike, but still not even close to the specific power of the CBR 600RR. The next fact is a quick one and related to the first one. Within 30 years, the specific power of 600cc sport bikes has doubled. This is true for the years between 1974 and 2004, which shows that lots of effort has been put into developing these bikes. Let's move to the last really interesting fact about 600cc sport bikes. The bore is always way larger than the stroke, and the stroke-to-bore ratio is usually between 0.6 and 0.7. But if that's an unusual ratio, what's the stroke-to-bore ratio of other motorcycles then? I've picked out some motorcycles as an example again for you. The 2023 KTM Duke 790 has a stroke-to-bore ratio of 0.79, but that's not too far away. By comparing the 2006 Honda CBF 500, it's getting a bit more clear. This one has a stroke-to-bore ratio of 0.82. And if you wanna see a real difference, let's have a look at the 1999 Harley-Davidson Sportster, which has a stroke-to-bore ratio of 1.09. That's quite a difference. Now I just have to add two things. First, sorry for the bad light, and second, please comment what you're interested in.